Hello guys, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, anywhere you are watching me from. I welcome you back to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be making an off-shoulder. I want to make an off-shoulder gown for my client, and I feel like it would be a good thing for me to share my ideas with you guys. So please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I'm begging you in the name of the Lord, subscribe to my channel, please. Welcome back to my channel anyways. So the first thing I will do, the materials I'll be using for this video are my tape rule, my ruler, my masking tape, my French cuff, and my scissors. This is scissors for paper. So with my biro, with that being said, we will dive right into the video. So for this video, why making my off shoulder, why making outfits, I like drafting it on my pattern paper, unless it's a simple outfit. But as long as it's a bustier, I like drafting it on my pattern paper first, because pattern paper gives you room to do any kind of alteration that you want to do, anything you want to do. And maybe if you're making an outfit for yourself, if you are drafting the style on a pattern paper, you at times and ideas will be coming. So with that ideas, you can manipulate it on your pattern paper before doing it on your fabric. So with this video, I'll be drafting full bodies first, then from there I will alternate it to my off shoulder bodies. So the first thing I will do is to draft this line. This line is just serving to serve as a guide for me. There is nothing special about it. Then after that, we'll measure our shoulder measurement. For my shoulder measurement, I will do my shoulder measurement divide by 2. Her shoulder, I'm making this outfit for a client, so her shoulder is 15.5. Divide by 2 will give 7.75. I will mark it here. Then after that, I will do my 3x3 neckline. This one is not a must because I'm making an off-shoulder gown, but let me just do it. It's not a must. If you like, it's an off-shoulder gown. So I will use my French cuff, connect it. Then after that, I will do my shoulder draft. I will do my armhole drafting. For my armhole, I will divide my bust measurement by 6 plus 1 plus 1.5. Bust measurement by 6 plus 1 plus 1.5. So in case you are thinking how to get an armhole, this is how I do mine. So it will give me 10.4. So with this 10.4, I will come here, mark my 7.5 so that I'm gonna get a straight line. Then I'll come here, mark my 10.4. Essence of doing this one is just to get a straight line. My 10.4. Then after that, I will use my ruler, connect this to this. I'll connect this to this. Then I'll connect this to this. Then after doing this, I will now come down here by 1.5. I'll come down here by 1.5 because you know that our shoulder is not straight. Our shoulder is somehow slopey. Then after that, we will divide our shoulder. We will divide this by 2. Mark that point. Then come in by 0.75 for our neck depth, for our armhole depth. So after that, we'll connect this to this. We'll connect this to this, then connect this to this. Then after that, we'll pull down we'll mark our vertical measurement. So my shoulder to under the bust is 16. My shoulder to waist is 19.5. I will do the same thing here. 16, then 19 and a half. Then after that, I will use my tape to connect the lines. So this is my, I use my ruler line to connect the lines. Then after that, for my shoulder to nipple, I will come down here by, if the person is not busty, you can use here maybe from bust 40 downwards, you can come down here by 1.5, but from bust 42 upwards, you can come down here by 2. So this person's bust is 47.25, so I'll be using 2 inches here. 1 inch works for everyone anyways, but I want to use 2 inches for this person because she's very busty. So after that, I will connect it. I will join the 2 lines together. So this is my shoulder, this is my bust measurement. This is my bust. This is my under the bust. This is my waist. So after that, I will divide my bust by 4 for here. For my horizontal measurement, I will divide my bust by 4. So her bust is 47.25. I will divide it by 4. I like using my measuring tape to do this division. So since I'm using my measuring tape, I will divide by 2 first, then divide the remaining one by 2 to make it 4. So with that being done, I will measure it out on my paper. So after that, I will measure my under the bust measurement. Her under the bust is 43. 43 divided by 4 will give me, I will use my tape as well and divide it. So it will give me whatever it gives me. I will put it down here. Then I will do my waist measurement, divide by 4. Her waist measurement is 42, divide by 4 will give me 10.5. Then after that, I will connect this to this. I'll connect this to this, avoid sharp edges. So after connecting this to this, we will then mark our dart. For our dart, we will do bust divide by 4 plus 1.5. So her bust divide by 4 plus 1.5 will give me 9. So 9 divided by 2 will give me 4.5. So I will mark 4.5 here for her nipple to nipple. 4.5. So I'll connect this to this. So after that, I will put down my dart. For my dart, I want to be using 0.5 on both sides to make it 1.5. 0.5 plus 0.5 will be 1.5. So I will come down from here to here. I will come down by 1.5 inches. The essence of doing this is for her bust to fit in very well because she's very busty. So that her bust will fit into the space very well. So after that, I'll connect this to this place, then do the same here. Then after doing that, this 1.5 I put in for my dart. You guys know I'm still gonna cut it off, so I'll add it here so that my measurement will not be shortened. I will add 1.5 back to the waist. Then after that, I will connect this to this. Then after that, we'll do our under the bust tightening. For my under the bust tightening, I will come here. I will come here, measure one inch, then come here, measure my half inch. If you don't want to do this, you can come here, measure whatever you have here, whatever you have remaining. This is my under the bust measurement, but this is the line I drew from here to here. So you can measure from your main under the bust measurement to this line. Whatever you got, you put down half inch here or 0.75 here, and then put down the remaining this side. But sometimes the bust will not be standing out very well after doing this, like it won't be that obvious. So for it to be that very obvious, you can put down your 1.5 here, or maybe your 1.25 here, and your half inch here. But whatever you want to put down here, make sure that it will not exceed by 0.5 when compared to this one. Like whatever you got, you put down here, if you add the two together, this side and this side, it will not be 0.5 inches more than this what you got here, so that the shortage will not be too much. So for my own, I want to use 1.5, I want to use 1 inch this side and half inch this side. But what I have here is 1.25. So you see I have 0.25 shortage, which is not too much. So after that, if I like, I can still make here to be 1.25. Let's use 1.25 because she's very busty, so that here will carry her bust very well. 1.25. So I have 0.5 shortage, which is not still too much. So after that, I will connect this to this place, this to this place with my French curve. Make sure you make your French curve is placed very well. So I'll connect it. Then after that, I'll connect this to this. Then connect this to this. Then after that, I'll put down my bust dart. For my bust dart, you know, you guys knew that our front and back length are not the same. So for my bust dart, you will subtract your front length from your back length. My front length is 19.5, my back length is 17, so 19.5 minus 17 will give me 2.5 inches. So I will connect this to this. So after doing that, we will come here, then measure her neck depth. For her neck depth, I'll be using 5.5 for her. I'll be using 5.5 for her, or maybe let's use 6 inches. Then from here, I'll be using, okay, before then, let's measure our shoulder so that we'll connect this to this. We will divide the remaining part of our shoulder by 2. Then connect this to this. After connecting it, We will then come down here. From here, let's go from here. From here, we'll come up by 5 inches, and then we'll use our French cuff and connect it. Because her neckline is gonna be like a small sweetheart neckline. It will be sweetheart neckline small. So we'll connect it like this. So with that being done, we will now take in her bust dart. For her bust dart taking, we will use 0.775 here and 0.75 this side. After doing that, we'll come up here by 1.5 inches. Then we'll use our ruler, connect this to this, connect this to this. Then after that, we will measure here. We want to be sure that here and this line are equal. So for us to do that, we'll measure here. We'll measure here. I will take that point where it stops. I will take the point, mark the point, then come here, make sure that the two of the lines are equal. So for this is where it stops. So with that, I will reconnect this line from here to here. I will redraw the line because I want it to be equal. So this is we're not gonna be using this one for this side again. We'll be using this. So after doing that, we will cut this one. And so for my back, for me to draft my back, I will still mark this line for my guideline to just serve as a guide. Then after doing that, I will measure my shoulder measurement. Her shoulder measurement is 7.75. I will measure it here. Then after that, I will come down here by 1 inch, then go in for my neckline by 3 inches. Then after that, from here, we got 10.4 for our shoulder. We did bust divided by 6 plus 1 plus 1.5 for our armhole measurement. So what we got was 4.4. We will mark it. Then come here. For me to get a straight line, I will measure my 7.75 here. Then after that, I will come here, measure my 10.4. Essence of doing this is just to get a straight line. Then after that, I will connect this to this. Then after that, I will connect this to this. Then after doing that, we would come down here by 1 inch. Then after that, we'll connect this to this. Then after that, we'll divide this by 2. From here, we'll divide it by 2. So after dividing it by 2, whatever we got, will come in by 1/2 inch. Then after that, I'll connect this to this. Then after that, I'll put down my vertical measurement. For my vertical measurement, from here, there is no bust at the back, so we are not going to measure bust and under the bust. So we'll just measure our shoulder to waist. So for her shoulder to waist, it will be So for her shoulder to waist, it will be 17, because we know that our front length and our back length are not the same. So I'll mark my 17 here. I will come here. For me to get a straight line, I will mark my 17 again here. Then with that being done, I will connect the two lines together. Then after that, we'll now take in our back tightening. The essence of doing this back tightening is to avoid gapping, to avoid folding at the zipper side. So you can use 0.75 or 1 inch. Some people use half, but if it's a free gown, you can use half. But for this, I want to use 1 inch. So I will take down my 1 inch here. Then from here, I will measure my nipple to nipple. Her nipple to nipple is 4.5, so I will take it down. While measuring your nipple to nipple, remember to start from the beginning, not from the 1 inch you measured. You will start from the beginning. So after that, I will come here, come down by 5 inches. You can start here to connect to this place. You can start anywhere you want, but for this video, I want to start from 5 inches. That's where I want to start. So from my 5 inches, I will connect it to my 1 inch here. Then after that, I will measure my waist circumference. Her waist is 42. Divide by 4 will give me 10.5. So from this 1 inch, I will mark my 10.5. So after that, I will measure my bust measurement. Her bust is 47.25. Divide by 4. 47.25, the same thing we did at the front. We'll divide it by 4. So whatever we got, we will place it here. We'll place it here. Remember to start from this line, not from the edge. From here, that's where you will start for your measurement. Then after that, we will still measure our bust, our nipple to nipple measurement here for our dart. So her nipple to nipple measurement is 4.5. We will still start from the edge here. Place it here. Then I want to get something like a straight line. 10.4. So I will connect it. I will connect this to this. Then after that, I will take in my dart. For my dart, I will be using 1/2 inch on both sides. So I will, after using the 1/2 inch, half plus half this side, half this side, will give me 1. So I will add that 1 back to this side. So I'll connect this line to this line. Then after that, I'll connect this to this. Then after doing that, you remember for our front, we came down by 4.5, so I'll still be doing so here, 4.5. Then with that being done, we come down here by 6 inches. By 6 inches. Then I will use this. I will connect it. Then after connecting it, I will take in my dart again here, because I want to get a straight line. I want to like put small darts here, very small. So let me get a straight line that will enable me to do that. Then after that, I will come here, measure 0.25 on both sides. When I measure it, I'll connect it to this row. Then after doing that, you know that bust will be shortened when you do this. So after doing that, you know that here is already, our bust is shortened already. So whatever I have here in this dart, whatever I have, I will mark it, come here, add it back, so that I will not run into trouble. So I will reconnect my line again. I will reconnect it to this place. So with that being done, I will now cut. So if I'm using a yoke for my outfit, this can actually be the yoke. I will now draw the neckline, but because of this video, it's an off shoulder, so I'm not using yoke. So what I will do right now is to cut. So after cutting here, if you are using a 3D lace for the outfits, if the fabric is 3D lace, you can close your darts. You can close your darts like this, because you won't love to tamper with the lace too much. So you just close your dart so that the back will be dartless. Close your darts like this. Then after closing it, you use your sew tape. But if I'm not using, so guys, if you are using a 3D fabric, you just close the bust dart so that you have one piece for the back. That is 2 pieces for the back. Or if you are not, you would just open here, so that you have this 2 of this. So that's it. But for me, I want to close the darts. So use your masking tape and hold it. So with this, I'm not gonna have a dart on my fabric. It will be a dartless back. So this is it for the back. Then for the front, I'll be cutting it. In case if you are making an outfit with yoke, this 0.75 we added here, we put here as our dart. You can add it back. Yes, you can add it back. So maybe you will add the 0.75 here again. But because this is an off shoulder, I don't want to add it back, because I won't be having like too much shortage, because it's an off shoulder. So I'll cut it. So these are the parts we are cutting. We are cutting here. We are cutting here. This is where we are cutting. So I'll cut through. Make sure to avoid any sharp points on your drafting. Avoid it. Then after that, we'll cut here. Then after that, we'll cut here. And then cut here. So after that, I will notch the nipple points. So with this now, I will close my bust dart. So I'll hold this line here. Then make it to match with this. Like you close the bust dart, is the same thing with cutting it out, but I want it to be one, so I'll close it. Then after that, you see that we are losing something here, so I'll just bring a piece, join it to it. Then use my masking tape, join the two together. Then use my ruler, connect this to this. Then after that, I will cut the remaining parts out. Then after doing that, I will notch my nipple point. So this is my front. So let's check, because of this thing I did here, that how I make this place and this place to be equal, you will see that it will just match. You see it's matched perfectly. But had it been I didn't do it, this one will be longer than this. So this is it for our front, and this is our back. So while cutting, I'll cut this one too. I'll cut this too. I will fold my paper and cut this one. For this is our center front. This is our side bust, side front. This is our back. I didn't cut my back into two because I wanted it to be a dartless back. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel, comment, like, share to your colleagues. So in the next video, we will be sewing this outfit. I will show you how I cut them on my fabric, and then how I sew it and do everything. That will be the next video you guys will be seeing. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.